Virgin Radio 104.4, we are the UAE's number one hit music station. You're locked into Fusion. My name's Eddie. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Now, tonight, I got a special guest. Now, when I saw this guest come up on my timeline on social media, he reminded me of Eminem, and I'll tell you why later on. But I want to introduce you to an amazing up-and-coming Afrobeat artist from Manchester in the UK, the one and only Luca Zuccotti. Luca, what's up, brother?
Yeah, what's going on? Wow, that's crazy.
So
Yeah.
the reason why you remind me of Eminem is I remember back in the day when Eminem first dropped his first single, and everybody just heard the track, but they did not know how he looked like, and they just assumed,
hmm
oh, he's an African American guy singing this like hip hop track, and it was like, oh, but when they saw him, they were like blown away.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, same situation, British guy from the UK, from Manchester, singing Afrobeats.
hmm
This
Yeah.
this like blown me away. So I gotta ask you first things first. A British guy making Afrobeat music. How do you get into Afrobeat music?
Um, I've got to big up one of my managers, Victor Sonus. He's Nigerian. When I first met him a few years ago now, I was sort of in my pop R&B lane, and he put forth the idea, yo, I think your voice would sound pretty neat on Afro beats. And I said, oh, okay, what's Afro beats? And he said, go and study it, go and have a listen, see what it's about, and come back to me. And yeah, so really through him, to be honest, he put me on massively.
That's amazing. And what's your
Mm.
background? How did you get started into the music scene? And what's your background?
Um, so musically, what's my background?
Yeah.
Or so my first introduction really with music was when I was around a 10, 11, and I started playing the drums. Just from seeing my dad play them, and I wanted to be a drummer up until the age of 14. Set on being a drummer, that's what I wanted to do. 14, I wanted to learn guitar now. My dad bought me a guitar on the day of my 14th birthday, and on that same day, I started singing as well and writing songs. Um, from there, just any artist journey, got to go through pop R&B, the singer-songwriter route, rapping, everything you can think of. And then I ended up in Afro beats. And I say with artists, there's that penny drop moment where it's like you could doesn't matter how many sounds you go through,
Hmm.
it's like a penny will drop at a certain place, and it's like, this is my home now. This is what feels right. This is where I belong. And yeah, since day one, I've said that about Afro beats. So we're here representing, here to stay.
Amazing. Now I came across this video. It came up on my timeline. It was you. It looked like you were auditioning in front of Burna Boy. What's the
Mm.
story? What's the story? What happened there?
Yeah. So I got a random DM and an email from one of the producers of the Beta Squad show. Big up Beta Squad, big up Burner Boy, who said, checked out your profile. We're shooting this video in a couple of days, and it's guest the singer, and we see you obviously in Afro beats, and the guest is Burner Boy. Would you like to come on? I said, wait, let me check my schedule. Oh. Nah, I said, of course I want to. I'll be on there in a couple of days. And then yeah, it's blew me up, I guess. The
Oh,
spark of my career.
wow.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
it
it looked
was,
like as soon as you open your mouth to start singing, Burner Boy and everybody on the Beta Squad just like were blown away. They could not believe like this
yeah.
guy singing Afrobeat. It was like, what?
Yeah, I still don't think by the end of the video they were all convinced. Um, but we move, and yeah, great experience. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into this track. It's the track that you were actually auditioning in front of Burner Boy and the Better Squad. Back
Mhm.
up.
Mm.
Tell me about back up.
Yeah, back up. So we had originally the first verse, the hook, and I think that was it, written to and recorded for the song. And then, so I go on the Beta Squad show, and they tell us, for this round, there'll be a singing round,
Hmm.
but you can't do any covers for copyright reasons. So if you got an original or you want to make something up on the spot, whatever. So I said, okay, I'll do an original. Sang back up. The YouTube video went out, and the comments, the DMs for the demand for that song was like, okay, we need to finish this like ASAP. Got back in the studio, laid down a second verse, and yeah, we dropped it.
So at that time, you hadn't even finished the entire song. It was just like a hook, and that's it.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's the other way around. I don't think we had a first verse, but we had the hook and the second verse. But we was like, yo, there's a demand for this, a heavy demand, more than any other track we've previewed. So we can't let this go amiss. We need to drop this.
Yeah. And what's the song about, in a nutshell?
Ah, bumper. Yeah.
That's plain and simple.
Plain and simple. It was a vibe track.
Yeah.
If you go and listen to my other tracks, there is substance with meaning, but for that one, we was just like, yo,
Just having fun.
let's just have fun with this one, yeah, man, and let's not think too much of the concept. So,
All right. So Afrobeats, can carry like pretty powerful messages.
mm.
What's the vibe and the message that you're trying to bring across with your music?
um, to be honest, it goes deeper than music.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, being a white guy, um, doing Afro beats, I guess the message is, and I've also been one not to respond to any hate,
Mm-hmm.
but the message is do what you do what you love. Um, don't just go to places and go into places because society says you should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you have a genuine passion and a love for it, um, people will resonate with that and see that you are genuine. Um, but sometimes where you're supposed to be, you'll get hate with anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll feel, shunned from them places. So just do what you love, man, and people will see it and be there for you.
Yeah. So when you talk about the hate, like what sort of hate are you receiving, and how are you dealing with that kind of hate?
I mean, what the standard, what you could probably think of. You don't belong here.
Mm-hmm.
All of this rubbish. Um, but it is what it is, man. I mean, it doesn't. It has never really got to me
Mm-hmm.
in a way that's like, if you're calling me bad, I then think that I'm bad. I'm more get angry towards like, you've got the audacity to say this to me. But anyway, I don't really address it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm
We keep
guessing.
it pushing.
Because I'm guessing a lot of people who say that they fail to understand that music is a universal language now. And it's cutting across all genres, all cultures. A good example is like country music. We got
Mm,
like Shabuzi and Beyonce doing country music, which is not something you would expect to see in a country musician, isn't it? So
for real.
why not an Africa and then an Afrobeat artist, like a British Afrobeat artist, something different. As long as you're vibing and you're not disrespecting the culture, but you're giving your 100% and you believe in what you're doing. I guess that's all that matters, right?
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. I think people will catch on very quickly that music is a universal language.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and well, I think millions of people have caught on already.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter how far it goes, there will always be haters, and there will always be those naysayers.
Yeah.
So you just can't dial in with them at all, you know.
Mm-hmm. And how do you think?
So,
Okay, and how do you think, looking back, how do you think you've grown as an artist ever since you started doing Afrobeats?
oh, massively. I mean, not even just as an artist, like as a human, as a person diving into someone else's culture.
Mm-hmm.
It really opens my eyes to different backgrounds, different cultures. Um, yeah, massively, and it's changed me as a person, the way I see life, the way I go about my day-to-day life. Um, and of course, musically, it's within this Afrobeat space, I've grown massively to, being in any other genre personally, I think.
And now, speaking of which, you sing in African languages. So I don't know which language do you speak in? Do you sing
So,
in?
yeah. So there's a couple Nigerian dialects, Yoruba,
Mm-hmm.
Igbo. Pidgin English. Yeah, I don't speak fluently. I just know phrases, words, random phrases here and there.
Okay, because I was about to ask
Um,
you, like, how do you learn how to speak fluently, like Yoruba and
to be honest with you, I get it from all directions. I listen to 90% of my listening to music is Afro beats.
hmm
So naturally, I catch on and I want to know what I'm singing.
yeah.
So I educate myself. I watch YouTube videos of tutorials of teaching the languages. Obviously, I have Nigerians around me,
Uh-huh.
Nigerians in my team, my DMs, my comments, the people telling me, yo, say this, say that, or I get it from everywhere, everywhere.
And why Nigerian in particular? Why not any other language? Let's say why not Swahili or Zulu or something else?
To be honest, I'm down for it. I think it's amazing. I don't think it should stop at just Nigeria. Like
hmm
I'm down to try with anything, but obviously right now for me, I'm trying to crack the Afro beats
Yeah.
genre,
hmm
you know?
Yeah.
So Nigeria obviously makes sense. But oh man, I'm so down to dip into other cultures and see what that's about, and whether it ends up me making music from that, it is what it is. But I'm so down to
Amazing. All
open
right.
to other cultures.
So speaking of that, let's get into another track by yourself,
Mm.
Ifunanya.
Mm.
Tell me how you came about this and what's the story behind this track.
Ifunaya, yeah, is a love song slash heartbreak about a certain someone by the name
Oh,
of Ifunaya.
does she
Um,
exist?
she exists.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, just the
she,
song speaks for itself, really, to be honest.
she's the one that got away, huh?
The one that got away.
Oh, bless. Obviously, you have some influences when it comes to
Mm.
Afrobeat artists. Who do you look up to when it comes to Afrobeat music?
Man, there's a lot. Iris Star is killing it right now. Um, there's not that many females that are hit stardom that you would or many people would put with the Wizkid, the Burners, the Davidos.
hmm
So big up Iris Star. Wiz, Burner, Omalay, Rema, Ruger, Tiwa Savage. There's so many I take inspiration from.
hmm
So many. There's a guy called First Class who's up and coming. He's not really Afro beats, he's more of a Fuji sound,
hmm
but I think, oh man, he's incredible. Um, yeah, a lot, a lot.
Now that said, all those names you've mentioned, your dream collaboration. You have
Yeah.
to pick like let's say three dream collaborations with Afrobeat artists. Who are they and why?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, like I don't have a set handful. Like when I reach the end of my career, if I haven't collabed with these three or these five, then there's just so many, like for so many different reasons.
hmm
I would say Rema. He's one of my favorites. When I first heard him, I'd never quite heard melodies or a sound like it, period,
hmm
across any genre, not just Afro beats. Um, I will say, I will say, obviously, the Davidos, the Burners, the Wizzes. Honestly, I could go on. I could go on. The Tiwa Savages of the ones before, the new cats.
hmm
Um, there's so many, man. I don't want to miss anyone out and be disrespectful, but yeah, so many.
Yeah. So like you'll be open to working with everybody and anybody.
Oh, 100%.
All right. Let's get into it. Another track by yourself, Water. Tell me about this track.
Watto, yeah, yeah, yeah. So Watto is a heartbreak song, if you actually listen to it.
hmm
Um, But when I was making it, and also the first song I have co-produced that is out, so it's holds a special place in my heart. But I didn't want to create just a heartbreak song, sad, sad melodies, sad keys, sad this. I wanted it to be jumpy, you
hmm
know. I wanted people to feel like they can dance. So yeah, I made that beat and sort of made it as if to the ear it's like a dance song, but when you actually really listen to the lyrics, it is a heartbreak song.
Okay. Is it still going back to the one that got away? Oh
Yes.
yeah. She really
It
hurt you,
is.
bro.
Nah, she got me. She got me. Got
Uh,
me good.
now, Luca, what's in plan for you for the next, let's say, I don't know, I don't may say 10 years. Let's say the next 5 years. What's in store from Luca?
Well, 5 years, man. I mean, uh things can change weekly, to be honest. Um, I'm dropping my first EP hopefully this year, if
Hmm.
not the next 2 years. To visit Nigeria
Okay.
is top of the list. I need to visit Nigeria, God willing. This year's the year. But just growing, man, growing year by year. I don't really set too harsh of goals on myself.
Okay.
If you grow just 1% next year, then you've grown and that's a success. Just keep the head down, keep grinding, keep pushing, and you will get there eventually to where you want to get to.
Fair enough. And have you done a lot of live shows so far, or like where have you performed so far?
Oh man, yeah, yeah, yeah. I performed a lot in the UK. Did a UK club tour
Hmm.
last summer over 4 months, which was amazing, a great experience. And was in America in December, my first international booking. That was lit. Um, a Nigerian birthday party. So it was my first proper Nigerian function, and that
Okay.
was like, wow, it's amazing. But yeah, more live shows to come this year, definitely. But yeah,
Okay. How was the reception like from like obviously when you moved to America and performed there? How was the reception? Were people a lot more receptive to you, seeing that you're doing Afrobeat music, or was it like, uh,
I found it quite similar to be honest. I think it's
okay,
always wherever I'm gonna go is always gonna be like, first of all, you're at a Nigerian function,
mm-hmm.
you're white, you've got a microphone, you're about to sing. Afrobeat starts playing. Wait, you sing Afrobeats? Then I start singing, and it's always this like,
What's happening?
yeah, it's always like, what's going on here? Like, but yeah, no, reception was good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Amazing, and now you know why I am comparing him to Eminem, the great one. So you know what?
Yeah.
Watch out for this guy. He is gonna be massive. Your message to your fans and potential fans, you're gonna get from here on onwards. Or what do you want to tell them?
Whoever you are, whatever your goals are, keep it pushing. No one can stop you but you. No one can help you make it but you. It's all a mindset. And this is no gimmick to me.
Hmm.
Whether whatever you see, whatever you've seen, whatever you think, I'm really here. I'm really in it. I'm really in the culture, the sound. I'm here to represent and help be a part of this beautiful movement that has already gone crazy. Um, so yeah.
Awesome. And so obviously you're immersing yourself in the culture, in the African culture. Um, do you have any, let's say, favorite African? Let's go with dishes. Is there any African
Mm,
dish that you're like, you know what, this is my thing. I'm enjoying this. I couldn't eat anything else apart from this.
yes, pounded jam and a goosey soup.
Oh snap! You're like you do it with the hands, or
Oh,
you go like
yeah,
spoon
yeah,
and
yeah. With
fork.
the hand sometimes, with cutlery sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling. But yo, a goosey soup and pounded jam is crazy.
Slaps.
Also I put I put a video on social media
Hmm.
and people were slating me for it. But people need to try it. Puff puff with
Oh,
a goosey soup.
okay.
Listen, that slaps differently.
That's like
Nah, yeah, yeah,
having
yeah.
ice cream with French fries. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, literally, yeah, literally that. But yeah, pounded yam goosey soup, jollof on the side. Yeah,
So you know your thing, man. You know your thing.
yeah, yeah, just a bit.
Amazing. All right, Luca Zuccotti on with me right now. If anyone wants to follow you on the gram, where you at?
On all social medias, it is official Luca Z. And on streaming platforms, it is Luca Zuccotti.
Awesome. What is? Do you have a date when you're dropping your EP, or is it still unknown right now?
No date yet. There will be a single or two before the EP anyway.
Hmm.
But yeah, no date, no specific date as of yet. Yeah.
Awesome. The one and only Luca Zuccotti. Watch out for him. Remember that name. He is going to be massive on Afrobeats. I'm telling you right now. Bro, thank you so much for joining me on the show, man.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Do you have time to play a quick game?
Of course, yeah.
Now, you said you know your African foods. I want to test you out. You need to tell me whether this is an African food or it's an African city.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Okay?
funny. That's lit. Yeah.
Because he said he knows his African food.
Hey, now, hey, I'm backtracking. I'm about to get 0 out of whatever.
So we're going to put him to the test right now. All right, Luca, is this an African food or is this an African city? Injera.
Injera. Injera. That sounds. Injera. Oh, I don't know this one, so I'm gonna guess what I think it sounds like, and I think that sounds like a city.
Wrong.
No,
It's actually a food.
Is it injera?
It's a food from
what's it?
Ethiopia.
Injera.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not too. I've only tried a few dishes in Nigeria, so any
Okay.
other dish might be a bit.
Here
Hit
goes
me.
another one. Ugali.
Ugali. So that sounds like food to me.
It is food. Correct.
Yeah. Where's that from?
That's from East Africa, mainly around Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda.
Okay.
They call they eat ugali. I think it's known by different names in different countries. I think in South Africa as well they have it, but they call it by a different name. I think they call it pap, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Here's another one. Kisumu.
Kisumu. Kisumu. That sounds like a city.
It is a city.
Yeah, come on.
That's a
I'm
city
cooking now.
Yeah, it's a city in Kenya. All right. Here's another one for you. Iforiro.
Oh, Eforiro, I had that not too long ago. That's Eforiro, that's a Nigerian dish.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
And finally, Soweto.
Soweto is a place. Yeah, that's a place.
He knows it. He knows his stuff, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. That was fun.
Luca, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it.
A pleasure.